What if I told you that the version of yourself you dream of becoming already exists? Science and spirituality have long hinted at a profound truth. You are not just one person living a single life. There are infinite versions of you, each existing in different dimensions, making different choices, living different realities. And sometimes, just sometimes, those versions of you try to reach out. Have you ever experienced déjà vu, a powerful gut feeling, or a vivid dream that felt more real than waking life? What if these weren't just coincidences? What if they were messages, signals from another version of yourself, nudging you toward a path you were always meant to take? This isn't just speculation. Quantum mechanics suggests that all possibilities exist simultaneously, and that consciousness plays a direct role in shaping reality. If that's true, then who's to say you can't tune into another version of yourself? One that has already unlocked the success, wisdom, or fulfillment you seek. In this video, we're diving deep into the mystery of parallel selves, how they communicate with you, and, most importantly, how you can shift your frequency to merge with the highest version of yourself. Because if another you exists, it's time to start listening. Science and spirituality are finally converging on a fascinating idea. You are not just one person living in a single reality. Quantum mechanics suggests that infinite versions of you exist, each playing out different choices, experiences, and possibilities. This isn't science fiction. It's quantum superposition, the idea that all outcomes exist simultaneously until one is observed. If every choice creates a branch in reality, then somewhere out there, another you is living the life you only dream about. Think about the decisions you've made, big and small. Every yes you said when you could have said no created a different timeline. What if you had taken that job in another city? What if you had pursued that passion you abandoned years ago? Somewhere in another parallel reality, an alternate version of you did. And here's where things get even stranger. What if those versions of you aren't separate, but are actually connected? Ancient spiritual texts and modern quantum theories hint that these alternate selves don't just exist, but they influence one another. Some believe that intense emotions, like déjà vu, sudden inspiration, or unexplainable urges, are actually glimpses from another timeline. Could it be that a more successful, evolved version of you is trying to reach out? What if the knowledge, wisdom, and experience of another you could be accessed in this reality? And if that's true, then how does this communication happen? How do these alternate versions of yourself send signals across time and space? The answer may already be happening in your life. You just haven't noticed the signs yet. Have you ever experienced a moment so eerily familiar that it felt like you had lived it before? A sudden déjà vu that sends a shiver down your spine, as if a forgotten memory is trying to surface? What if that wasn't just a glitch of the mind, but a message, a signal from another version of you existing in a different timeline? Quantum reality suggests that information can flow between parallel selves, and the signs are all around you. One of the strongest indicators of this connection is synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. Seeing the same numbers repeatedly, encountering a person or idea right when you need it, or feeling an unexplainable pull towards something new. These are not accidents. These are the echoes of another you, nudging you toward a path you were always meant to follow. Vivid dreams are another form of parallel universe communication. Have you ever woken up from a dream so real, so vivid, that it felt more like a memory than imagination? Dreams may not just be random. They could be glimpses into alternate timelines, where another version of you is living a completely different reality. Sometimes, you may even feel their emotions, their thoughts, their experiences bleeding into your consciousness. And then, there's intuition, that sudden gut feeling telling you to make a different choice, that inexplicable certainty about something before it happens. These moments may be direct messages from another version of you who has already seen the outcome. But how do you know which signs to trust? How do you decipher whether a message is real or just coincidence? The key lies in synchronicities, because they're the guiding force that connects you to your alternate selves. Ever noticed how some things seem to align so perfectly that they almost feel scripted? You think of someone, and they suddenly call. You randomly stumble upon a book, and inside it lies the exact answer you were searching for. These aren't mere coincidences. These are synchronicities, the breadcrumbs of the universe, guiding you toward your highest path. And sometimes, they may be orchestrated by another version of you. Think of synchronicities as universal signposts, repeating numbers like 1111, specific symbols appearing over and over, or running into the same message in unexpected places. Many spiritual traditions believe these patterns are proof that your energy alignment is shifting. Some even suggest that another you, existing in a different timeline, is nudging your awareness toward a reality where things unfold more effortlessly. Recognize the pattern. If you're constantly seeing a certain symbol, hearing a specific phrase, or encountering the same situation repeatedly, ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? Sometimes, these signs are confirmations you're on the right path. Other times, they're warnings, urging you to adjust your course before repeating old mistakes. But the most powerful synchronicities don't just appear in waking life. They show up in your dreams as well. Many believe that dreams act as a portal, offering direct glimpses into alternate realities. And if you've ever had a dream that felt too real, almost like a memory from another life, you might not be imagining it. Because dreams may be the strongest evidence, yet that parallel versions of you are actively reaching out. Have you ever woken up from a dream so vivid, so emotionally intense, that it felt more like a memory than imagination? What if that dream wasn't just your subconscious playing tricks on you, but a glimpse into an alternate reality where another version of you exists? Many spiritual traditions and quantum theories suggest that dreams are more than just random neural activity. They are portals to different dimensions, including parallel versions of yourself. One of the most compelling phenomena is lucid dreaming. Those moments when you become aware that you're dreaming and can control the experience. Some believe that when you gain consciousness inside a dream, you're actually tapping into another timeline, momentarily shifting your awareness to a different version of reality. Could it be that in those moments, you're not just exploring a dream world, but actually inhabiting the life of an alternate self? Some people report having recurring dream locations, places they've never seen in waking life, yet feel strangely familiar every time they dream. Others experience dream characters who seem to carry knowledge beyond the dream itself, offering guidance, answers, or even warnings. If you've ever had a conversation in a dream that felt more real than anything in waking life, it could be that you were interacting with a version of yourself from a parallel universe. So how do you access these dream portals intentionally? Practices like dream journaling, meditation before sleep, and reality checks throughout the day can help train your mind to recognize when it has slipped into another state of consciousness. Because once you begin to understand that dreams are not just illusions, but potential doorways into alternate timelines, you may start to notice something even stranger: waking moments where you feel out of sync with reality itself. Have you ever had a moment where everything around you felt off, like you were slightly out of sync with reality? Maybe a familiar place suddenly felt foreign, or you experienced a fleeting sensation that something was missing, like you had just shifted from one version of reality to another without realizing it. These moments aren't random. They could be subtle signs of timeline shifts, where your consciousness momentarily overlaps with another version of you. One of the most common experiences of this is the Mandela effect. Memories that seem to conflict with the collective reality. You remember a detail one way, but the world insists it was always different. This isn't just forgetfulness. Some believe it's evidence of reality shifting. If parallel universes exist, then minor discrepancies in memory could be signs that we've unknowingly jumped from one version of reality to another. When time feels unusually fast or slow, as if you've stepped outside the normal flow of events, people often report instances where hours seem to vanish without explanation, or conversely, where a short moment feels like it's stretched far beyond what should be possible. Could these anomalies be glitches caused by overlapping realities? If you've ever felt like your life was supposed to be different, like you somehow ended up in the wrong version of your story, you're not alone. Many people sense that they were meant to live a different path, but can't quite grasp why. What if that longing is actually a pull from another version of yourself, one that already made different choices? And what if that version is actively trying to guide you through something as simple but powerful as intuition? You've felt it before, that unshakable knowing that doesn't come from logic, but from somewhere deeper, a strong gut feeling telling you to go left instead of right, to take an opportunity that makes no sense, or to walk away from something before disaster strikes. What if that voice inside you isn't just instinct, but a direct message from another version of you, one that has already lived the outcome? Many believe that intuition is more than just subconscious processing. It's a form of quantum communication between parallel realities. If infinite versions of you exist, then some have already navigated the choices you're facing right now. When you suddenly feel compelled to act without knowing why, it could be an alternate self sending a warning or a signal to keep you on the right path. Have you ever made a decision purely on instinct, only to realize later that it saved you from a terrible situation? Or ignored a gut feeling and regretted it? This could be proof that intuition is more than just guesswork. It's a bridge between dimensions. The more you listen to it, the stronger this connection becomes. Some people even report experiencing a deep, internal dialogue as if they are receiving knowledge from a higher source. Could it be that they are tapping into the wisdom of a more evolved version of themselves? Sometimes, these shifts in intuition come with sudden changes in behavior, preferences, or even personality. One day, you wake up feeling different. A hobby you once loved no longer interests you. Foods you disliked suddenly taste good. Could these unexplained transformations be signs that your consciousness has merged with another version of yourself? And if so, how can you consciously harness these shifts to align with the best version of you? Have you ever woken up one day and felt different? As if overnight, your interests, habits, or even your entire mindset had shifted. Maybe you suddenly lost interest in things that used to excite you, or found yourself drawn to new ideas, foods, or hobbies with no explanation. These sudden changes in behavior might not be random. They could be signs that you are merging with another version of yourself, one from a parallel reality. Many people report experiencing these shifts after major life events, deep meditations, or even for no apparent reason at all. One day, you simply feel like a different person. Some believe this happens because timelines are constantly shifting. When your frequency changes, whether through spiritual growth, trauma, or even subconscious choices, you may be tuning into a new version of yourself, one that carries different traits, thoughts, and experiences. Think about a time when your personality seemed to evolve almost overnight. Perhaps you started craving a healthier lifestyle out of nowhere. Maybe your taste in music, books, or even the people you surround yourself with changed drastically. If you can't explain why this happened, consider this. What if you aligned with a timeline where another version of you had already made these choices? Quantum reality suggests that when you resonate with a different frequency, your consciousness may sync with an alternate self that is already living that reality. So, how do you use this to your advantage? If your consciousness can merge with other versions of you, then why not intentionally align with the best possible version? The key lies in raising your vibration, shifting your energy, and tuning into the timeline where the highest version of yourself already exists. And there are specific practices that can help you do just that. If parallel versions of you exist, and if you can merge with the highest version of yourself, then the question is, how do you make the shift? The answer lies in raising your vibration, elevating your energy to match the frequency of the timeline where your most successful, abundant, and fulfilled self already exists. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a combination of quantum alignment and conscious intention. Everything in the universe operates on frequency and vibration, including your thoughts, emotions, and actions. If you constantly dwell in negative emotions, fear, doubt, scarcity, you remain tuned to a lower frequency timeline. But when you shift into states of gratitude, confidence, and clarity, you tune into a different version of reality, one where success and abundance flow effortlessly. This is why practices like meditation, visualization, and gratitude journaling are so powerful. They are not just mental exercises. They are tools for shifting timelines, acting, thinking, and making choices as if you are already the person you wish to become. If the wealthier, healthier, or more enlightened version of you already exists, ask yourself, how does that version of me think? What decisions do they make? How do they respond to challenges? The more you embody that identity, the more you magnetize that timeline toward you. Raising your vibration isn't just about feeling good, it's about consistency. The universe doesn't respond to fleeting moments of high energy, it responds to your dominant frequency. The longer you maintain alignment with the version of yourself that you want to become, the faster your reality shifts. And once you fully integrate this understanding, something incredible happens. You stop chasing your ideal life, and instead, you become it. Every synchronicity, every gut feeling, every vivid dream could be a signal, a guiding force nudging you toward the timeline where you already have everything you desire. But most people ignore these signs. They dismiss them as random thoughts, meaningless coincidences. And so, they stay stuck in the same reality, repeating the same patterns, unaware that a different version of them is already living the life they dream of. But you're different. You've seen the signs, you felt the shifts, and now you have a choice. Will you keep operating from the same mindset, locked in an old reality? Or will you raise your vibration, align with your highest self, and step into the timeline where your greatest potential unfolds? If you're ready to make that shift, this is just the beginning. Subscribe to The Lost Frequency and turn on notifications, because we're going even deeper into the mysteries of consciousness, manifestation, and quantum reality. But be warned, once you start aligning with your highest self, reality will never look the same again.